Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is September 29th and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. Moving on, let's move on to our ETFs. With the Bitcoin ETF, we can see that on September 18th, BlackRock made no moves, leaving the ETF to close the day with $163 million in inflows. On September 19th, without BlackRock, only one firm sold, so we are at $23 million in outflows. For the Ethereum ETF, again, the BlackRock Ethereum ETF has made no moves, with the day closing with $213 million in inflows. And on September 19th, without BlackRock, we are at $96 million in outflows. Now let's talk about other ETFs. Rex, the company that recently launched the Dogecoin ETF, is looking at another Dogecoin-based ETF. For the second time, Rex has filed with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, for a Dogecoin ETF, which will yield 105 to 150% leverage in a single day. Since they see interest in the Dogecoin ETF, they are building other products, so let's move on to Kraken and its very interesting expansion into tokenized stocks via Trust Wallet. Specifically, Kraken said it is bringing tokenized stock functionality to over 200 million users worldwide, expanding xStocks tokenized stocks to Trust Wallet. Now, Trust Wallet users will be able to trade tokenized stocks. The company will allow Trust Wallet users to buy and hold over 60 different tokenized stocks using a variety of fiat currencies. It will also allow deposits and withdrawals to many different chains, including Solana, BNB, Tron, and Ethereum. So this is a really cool extension for tokenized stocks. Now we can buy stocks via the blockchain, and finally we will be able to own them in our own wallets without needing an exchange or any company. Let's also mention that this particular wallet is backed by Binance itself. Binance, if you don't know, bought Trust Wallet in 2018, and now they have made a really cool upgrade, especially for their token. There is a litepaper, which I will also include in the sources for you, which briefly introduces a tokenomics system backed by the Trust Wallet token, TWT, which also acts as a governance token. According to their announcement, the token will unlock benefits such as lower exchange and purchase fees, fuel discounts, access to loyalty rewards, and premium support. Holders will also gain voting opportunities and access to Trust Alpha, which is described as a launch pool 2.0 for discovering early-stage crypto projects. The first things that will be integrated into this wallet will come in the fourth quarter of 2025, and the full integration will be in 2026. Furthermore, we will be able to see the Trust Wallet currency as a security in DeFi in the future. As I told you, CZ himself announced this from his X account, as a result of which the combination of news made the price of Trust Wallet increase by 41% on the 7-day chart, and it has become the most useful currency, as you understand. Moving on to our other exchanges, let me tell you that FTX will give $1.6 billion in payments on September 30th, so that day there will be additional liquidity in the market. And for our last one, BitGo, a company that recently got a license in Europe, has filed an S1 application to have its own IPO. Let's say this company had $926 million in revenue in 2023 and over $3 billion in 2024, so it will probably do well in its initial public offering. Of course, this is not investment advice. Moving on to our coins, let's go to Ethereum and see what happens with this upgrade called Fusaka. So the Fusaka upgrade will go into effect on December 3rd. However, the blob liquidity increase will happen 2 weeks later, around December 17th, followed by a blob hard fork on January 7th, 2026, and these two blob hard forks will double the current blob liquidity. Let's say that the blob is a memory location where Ethereum data is not stored permanently. It is stored for a short period of 18 days, and this feature mainly helps Ethereum Layer 2 and not Ethereum itself to be more efficient. So these are the latest updates from Fusaka. Moving on, we'll go to Ethena, which is expanding very aggressively to institutions, especially with this new partnership with Flowdesk. Let's assume that Flowdesk is an institutional office with the goal of expanding access to Ethena's two tokens, USDE and USDTB. Flowdesk, which has several clients such as hedge funds, token issuers, exchanges, and other institutions, will support various exchange and rewards programs tied to these two Ethena tokens. And as we've said many times on Crypto News, the two Ethena tokens are also its main products. The better they do, the better Ethena will do, and Ethena is backed primarily by CZ, and specifically by the former Binance Labs, now YGI Labs, which was one of the first investors in Ethena when Ethena first launched, and we learned that their stake in Ethena Labs is increasing. We don't know the amount, all we know is that they will increase their support for this particular cryptocurrency as they see it doing well, and we're here to go to our favorite crypto market, with Bitcoin sitting at $115,000, with the price eager to fall from our resistance. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is September 29th. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.